What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today we're taking a look at the Grim Workshop subscription for July 2025. Grim Workshop's a monthly subscription that for $20 a month will send you American-made bushcraft survival and EDC type gear in the form factor of a credit card, dog tag, or other small metal objects. As always, I'll leave a link to where you can find them down in the description of the video. You can also check out my Grim Workshop playlist if you're curious what's come in some of the previous months. With that said, let's get into July of 2025, and we'll start with our tip cards as usual. So up first, we have tip card number 127. This is on how to set up a one-stick figure 4 trap. You can see at the top we have this very clear illustration with red arrows pointing to everything you need to pay attention to when you're setting this up. Brief explanation along the bottom. No real information on the back, just some extra branding. These have a nice laminate finish, so they're pretty tear resistant as well as water resistant, and they're valued at $1.85 each. We do typically get 2 of them, so we'll be taking a look at that next one in a moment here. As far as this specific card goes, I don't really do trapping. I don't practice trapping so much, so I do find these to be very helpful to just have on hand if you ever need them. You can throw a bunch of them into like a backup wallet that you keep in your backpack, so if you ever end up in that survival situation, you have all of that knowledge on hand. Obviously, it's great to practice with them, commit them to memory, but it's just not something that I'm utilizing all that often, but I still like getting these type of cards for exactly that reason. Again, something that's just nice to throw in the bag if you ever need it, maybe just in like your hiking bag. And so up next, we get tip card number 129. Not sure exactly what happened there with 128. Typically over the last several months, we've gotten them in sequential order without skipping any, so not sure why they decided to skip 128. It could have been an accident. Maybe I'll get 129 again next month, but either way, this one is on hygiene, also valued at $1.85. Now, 99% of the tip cards we get, I find to be incredibly helpful. Even if it's information that I already know and have committed to memory, it's always very helpful information that not everyone's going to know. With this one, I find it to be very surface level. If you take a moment to pause and read through it, I doubt you're going to learn anything new from it. So this one was a little bit of a miss for me. Not really worried about it. They're valued at $1.85, and it's bound to happen every once in a while. I think 99% of the cards they put out are extremely useful, but this one to me was just a little bit of a miss. Now, moving on to the tools, we got 2 really great tools this month. We'll start with the smaller of the 2. Up first is the Magnesium Tinder Dog Tag. And this is really cool. I didn't know they had these, or I probably would have already ordered one. It's exactly what it sounds like, a magnesium dog tag that you can grind off some flakes and dust to use as a fire starter. They catch a spark really nicely from a ferro rod, and if you pair that with a tinder bundle, really easy way to start a fire. And so I'll most likely actually toss this on a ball chain necklace and pair it with a ferro rod and striker and have a nice little fire kit going. It does include a silencer as well as a ball keychain. No necklace this time around. I'm not sure exactly why, but we've gotten so many of them in past boxes, I'm not so worried about this. This is a really cool item in my opinion, valued at $8.50, and one that almost certainly will get some use out of. Now up next for our full-size tool, this one comes from Bushcraft Kelso, and this is the Bushcraft Kelso signature card. If you're not familiar with Bushcraft Kelso, really well known obviously in the bushcraft community, and he's really known for his ingenuity and resourcefulness, so definitely expect some of that on his card. And this is a pretty nice layout of tools. We have the fishing spear over here on the edge, a needle as well as an awl, a couple regular spears here, some fishing hooks, even a small blade, fishing comb on the edge. It's not a removable tool, just something you can utilize on the card itself. And then that drill, which I think is a really nice addition. Don't think I have that on any of the other cards we've received in the Grim Workshop subscription over the last several years, so always excited to see new tools. Also, just kind of a unique take on the blade. I think that's a little bit different from what we've seen in the past. Obviously a very small blade, but nice to get that edge if you don't have one on you. Obviously, as a knife channel, I pretty much always have a knife on me, but still nice to have that little mini backup edge. And so that's valued at $21.95. I think a really nice layout of tools. A lot of stuff that we've gotten on other signature cards, but not necessarily mixed up in this exact configuration. So cool to see. I think a really solid package this month. Obviously that tip card was a little bit of a miss, but I love the 2 tools that we got in it. And again, that one stick figure 4 trap is something helpful to have, even if I'm not someone who typically does trapping. I would love to hear your thoughts on this month's box down in the comments below though. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, checking out some other content, maybe even some of the other Grim Workshop content. All helps the channel out a ton, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.